guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Denise and today I'm going to be doing my Q&A. I have been AWOL for the last couple of days and I will explain that in another video as well as this one a little bit. But on Monday, it is now Wednesday, the 18th. On Monday, which was the 16th, I was not very well and I have been suffering with pain in my back and my leg, or my knee mainly. And then Tuesday I was at my sister's, I babysat, and I didn't vlog just because it was a bit manic. I babysat both babies both children, Mikey and Ollie, for an hour or so in the sort of early afternoon, and then Casey and Mike went to the cinema in the evening and I babysat for, I think it was about 5 hours, and they was as good as gold. No problems, and yeah, they're just both adorable and yeah, just good. So anyway, today I went to Tina's and I feel a lot better pain wise today, but or this morning should I say, but today, this evening, I'm suffering so badly with my knee. Yeah, I'm just in a lot of pain. I will explain that a little bit more in a proper vlog, but today I thought I would do my Q&A. I haven't really got that many questions, but I thought I would do the questions that I've got and go from there basically. If you have put any more questions down on my account or anything, I apologise if I haven't got to them. If you would like me to do another Q&A or you have any more questions, then please leave a comment down below, and maybe if I do get any questions, instead of doing a whole Q&A, I will just do like answer a question at the end of a vlog or whatever. I probably will go back to vlogging, but as and when that I feel like I want to. But I will do a craft update as well, as I have nearly finished something. You've seen Minnie anyway, that was given away today and Tina absolutely loved it. But anyway, let's get on with this Q&A. So the happy travellers, Wendy and Steve, have asked, have me and Ian thought about getting a motorhome and exploring Europe? Now, getting some sort of caravan or motorhome or camper van, whatever, is very close to my heart. I must admit, when I grew up, my mum had a static caravan, and I think she had that from when I was about 10 maybe, roughly about that age, and I loved going to the caravan. It was in Herne Bay, which was in Kent, so just south of the Thames. We're just north of the Thames really. We're in, well, I used to live in Stratford in East London, but we used to go there at the weekend. My mum used to pick us up from school, the car used to already be packed and we used to go straight away. My dad used to either come with us or meet us there or whatever. My aunt had a caravan on the same site. The caravan that my mum had, actually, she shared with my nan and granddad and uncle. And I loved going to the caravan. Summer holidays we used to go there, school holidays we used to go there. It was just so nice and I loved it. Then when I met Ian, his family used to go camping. They still go camping. They were there over the summer. Me and Ian started going with them and I loved it. I really did like it. The only problem that we had was we only had a little dome tent. Now when I say we had a little dome tent, this was like a 2-person tent, which was so tiny that you could barely get a blow-up mattress in. So yeah, that was interesting none the least. But then when we decided to go camping properly with them, we decided to go for 3 weeks in the summer holiday with all his family. We got it was a 5-man tent. It had a living space. It had two separate, or it had a big massive bedroom that you could split in half, but we just kept it as one big bedroom at the back. We had a gas cooker, we had the table, we had the chairs, we had everything that you can need. So we had the kettle, we took saucepans and frying pans with us, everything that you would need to live in that tent for 3 weeks, other than the toilet, because there was a toilet on site. Ian's mum has a caravan, so we used to spend time in there as well if it was pouring with rain, or we were just sitting there chatting. So yeah, I know I've rambled on about this far too much, but I would love to get a little caravan or a camper van. Now when I say camper van, I mean like a Volkswagen camper van, not the old style. They're now called transporters, and I would love a Volkswagen transporter that has been converted into a camper van, with the little kitchenette inside, the bed that folds down, the awning that comes out, and I would love that. It would be my dream. Because I said to Ian, I would drive it, like I would swap my car for it. Obviously Ian would not swap his car for it, that's understandable, but I would swap my car for one of those, and I would drive it round as a daily vehicle, because they are small enough to use as a daily. Ian's brother-in-law has actually got one. It's been converted, but not fully converted. It has got a bed in the back, but it hasn't got the kitchenette or anything like that. But I would swap my car for one. So if anyone's out there and is getting rid of a camper van or transporter, I will have one. I would love a Volkswagen transporter. That is my dream at the moment. It probably won't come true anytime soon. Ian's against the idea. He does not want a camper van. I think where he grew up going camping and not having a static caravan, but actually pulling out a caravan, going, and he was brought up for it from when he was born, so he had a different experience to it than I did. But anyway, that is I would love that. Then Deet Martin, I'm so sorry I forgot your name, but she asked, how is Ian? And a lot of people have asked, how is Ian? So I was just going to put it all into one sort of bracket, and a lot of people have asked me how Ian is. Ian is doing really well. He is so much better than when we came back from holiday. He's doing really great. He's had the flu for the last week. He's gone back to work today. He's had the flu. He's been really unwell with it. He actually caught it off of Mikey, of all people, but my dad caught it too. But yeah, so he is doing well other than his cold. We're still waiting for the therapy people to give him a call and get an appointment set up and everything. I think he might have to chase it up in the next week or so. He's had his I keep wanting to say hygienist. He's the health, oh my god, it's gone, the nutritionist, that's it, the nutritionist appointment, and they're going to put him onto a plan that starts in November. They don't like to add people midway through, so the next one starts in November, and they'll give him like a meal plan or some sort of plan of diet type thing with a gym plan and things like that, so that's really good. But yeah, other than that, he is doing so much better. He isn't suffering as much with the heartburn and indigestion, but I do think that it comes and goes. So yeah, there are nights where he's up and he just can't sleep and things like that, but other than that, he is doing a lot better than he was. And I just want to say a big, massive thank you to each and every one of you that have asked about Ian, how he is, sent me messages about medication that he might be able to take and everything like that. It's so heartwarming to think that there is people out there that ask these questions about someone that's not on the camera, because Ian doesn't come on the camera. very occasionally he talks behind the camera. But I just want to say thank you, and it is so much appreciated, and he appreciates it too, so thank you. She also asked, do I work outside the house? Now, I did do a mobile hairdressing course a couple of years ago. I did start doing that, and I did start doing the mobile hairdressing. I was working outside the house. I used to go to people's houses, but with my back problems and my knee, that's got less and less and less. I've always had problems with my knee, but just lately, it used to be my back that was the main problem, but just lately, over the last 2 weeks, it sort of switched the other way round, other than on Monday that everything was just hurting. But at the moment, no, I don't work out the house full time. I work out the house part time, and that is very part time. And I do bits here, there and everywhere. I don't really publicise my work as such. I might occasionally say, oh, I'm going to do someone's hair, or if it's family and friends, then I'll say, yeah, I'm going to do someone's hair, blah 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 blah, but I try not to publicise it too much or put it onto my channel, because that's not really what my channel is about, even when I vlog. But I do still mobile hairdress, or do mobile hairdressing and whatever. And the other question was, are my parents moving? She did put in the comments that there was something about my parents moving to Spain, blah blah blah. My mum and dad's house has been on the market for 11 months now, I believe, 10-11 months, and it's still not sold. They are actually still going to Spain. They still want to move. The house is still up for sale, so if anyone is interested, I'm really joking. Yeah, the house is still up for sale, and they're just waiting for someone to come in and go, oh, this is our perfect home, yes, I want to buy it. They've had plenty of viewings, but it's just obviously not been right for the people that have come in and viewed. So yeah, they're just waiting for the right person to buy the house. They're still going to be moving to Spain, going to miss them dearly, but that answers that one. Then Kimberly Ray, she said, I did answer this on the comment, I'm sure I did, about the baby being fussy and could he have thrush or mouth thrush. I did mention it to Casey, and she actually read the comment and whatever, but she's asked the midwife twice about mouth thrush, and the midwife said no, he hasn't got it. The thing that you saw in the video was actually milk. He didn't long have a bottle, and it's just milk on his tongue. He don't have anything on his gums or in his mouth at all, and that's what the midwife looked for as well. And Casey did mention that he's got white tongue, but she said it's just milk, it's not thrush. I think he might suffer with a little bit of wind, so Casey started using Infocol. She had to use Infocol for Mikey because he just was not a good winder. Ollie likes to fart quite a lot, so his wind goes downwards instead of upwards, but like Casey said, he still might have wind inside, and that's why he's a little bit fussy. So yeah, that answers that one. Then Connie Groves, she mentioned about the other channel that was taking my footage, and I just wanted to put this in here somewhere anyway. The other channel, the videos have been taken down, so my content on that person's channel has gone. If you do notice any other videos of mine that are not on my channel, which is Deer Designs, obviously this channel, well, I want to say this channel that you're watching, but the channel is Deer Designs, please let me know, and even if you private message me on Instagram, on Facebook, or even give me a comment, I say give me a comment on the video, but it won't be on my channel. But please, yeah, somehow contact me and let me know, but hopefully, fingers crossed, that is all sorted. Charlotte Elizabeth 1188 asked, what got you into crafting, and what is your favourite form of crafting? What got me into crafting? So my nan tried to teach me how to knit when I was probably about 8, but because I'm left-handed, I was cack-handed and she just could not get me to do the things that she was doing, because my hands wouldn't work the same as her. She did try a couple of times and I just couldn't get the hang of it. Then when I went to secondary school, I did textiles, and in textiles we learnt to actually knit, and all we knitted was a little square, but we did it on very, very short needles. They weren't long, they were quite short. I think they were plastic, and the way the teacher taught us, it was very easy for me to pick it up. So I learnt actually how to do garter stitch in school. I didn't know how to purl or anything, or increase, decrease, or even cast off or anything like that. So I learnt how to do the knit stitch and cast on at school. I used to cast on doing the thumb method, which was you wrap the yarn twice, you go under the bottom loop and then over the top loop and then pull it on your needle. I did that for years and years and years. I now either do the long tail cast on. That is what I mainly do, the long tail, because it's just easier. I just find it easier. Very occasionally I might do the thumb method, but yeah, I like to have a stretchy bottom. That sounded so wrong. So yeah, that happened in school, and then when I was 19 I got a job at a company that was my first proper job really, and the lady there, we sort of worked together. We was in the sales team, there was only 2 of us. We took the orders and things like that. It was a food company that sold ingredients to restaurants in London. A little bit like, you've probably seen the vans around if you're from the UK, JJ Foods, Breaks, 3663 and things like that. So if you're obviously in the UK, then they're that sort of company. It was called De Bono. But anyway, she found out her daughter was pregnant, and then she started knitting. She already knew how to knit, but she started knitting for the baby. And I was like, oh, I can knit, but I can only do knit stitches. And she actually taught me how to do everything basically that you need to know for knitting. So she taught me how to cast on, she taught me how to knit and purl, she taught me how to read a pattern and how to decrease and increase. Everything that a basic pattern would tell you, she taught me how to, and I knitted my first little cardigan. At first I did do a scarf just to get me practicing, and I would pick up odd balls of wool off of eBay, and this was back when eBay was mainly private sellers just selling off stuff that they didn't want, and it was really cheap, where now eBay is a bit like Amazon and everything's brand new. And anyway, you would be able to probably pick up like 100 grams full of 100 grams worth of wool, but they would all be little balls, and it would probably be like £1 or something. And it was really cheap. Anyway, I need to take a drink because I feel like I'm talking really, really fast. I've got some pineapple juice. I love pineapple juice. Right, so yeah, she taught me everything that I needed to know. And I knitted a little blue cardigan. I don't know what happened to it. I probably gave it away. And that was my journey really, and I sort of picked up crochet from that probably a couple of years later. And I think, I don't even know what I learnt to crochet first, to be honest. I really cannot remember. I don't even know who taught me to crochet really. I just sort of picked it up. I don't know. It's something I can't remember. But at the moment I go through different stages where I prefer knitting or I prefer crocheting. and I've always been a sort of crafty type of person. So as you know, I've done some of my own project bags, but it's not really me. I will do 2 project bags and think, oh yeah, that's enough. I've had enough of that. Where knitting and crochet have always been my hobby. I've done other sort of crafts before as well. I've done colouring in. I've done. I also did like this journal book at one stage, and things like that. But nothing really sort of floats my boat as much as knitting and crochet. At the moment, I'm really enjoying crochet. I have just finished, well, nearly finished this little cardigan, which I just need to do the edging round. It's the same as what I made Ollie. I just need to get that done, put the buttons on, and it's ready to go. Well, and block it, or I'll steam block it, but that will be ready to go. So yeah, I really enjoy knitting and crocheting as much as each other, but I find that I do more than one than the other at one time. That really don't make any sense. Like at the moment I'm really into crochet, and knitting I'm not really into. I'm not really knitting anything other than my socks are on the go that are here, but they've been on the go since I've been on holiday. And I haven't knitted on them for ages, but I've just been crocheting, and I love the way how quickly crochet comes up. So yeah, that's that. And then I was just going to pull a few questions, but then I've really answered those, like what crafts do I do, when did I start, what do I can't even, what do I love about crafting? I can't even read my own handwriting. Knitting or crochet. I've just really answered all those questions. That's all the questions that I've got that people have asked. The only other question that I will answer that people may not know, but they may know because I'm very common, is where am I from? Now, I am from East London in the UK. Not many people ask me this, probably because they know that I'm from East London and that I have got a certain accent, and I do think that I talk quite common, and a lot of people do comment on my accent. I don't think I've got an accent, because obviously I don't, or I don't think I've got an accent because to me I don't. That's what I was meant to say. So yeah, I don't know. That it's just me, I suppose. But then if you speak to someone from Manchester or Glasgow or Edinburgh and things like that, to me they've got an accent because it's different to the way I talk. So anyway, I'm not from Essex. I'm not an Essex girl, and I am an East London girl. I've always lived in East London. So tell a lie. I lived in North London when I was born, which was in Islington, but I was only there I wasn't there very long. I think I moved when I was 2.5 or 3. I don't really remember it, to be honest. And then we moved to Stratford, so that's East London. Then I moved to Ian's mum's, which was in Walthamstow, East London. And then from there we've moved to Chinkford, which is just up the road from Walthamstow, and that's still in East London. So yeah, I've primarily lived in East London, somewhere or other. Yeah, I don't remember living in Islington and anything like that. I went to school in Islington. My whole school life was in Islington. I went to my primary school and my secondary school in Islington, because my mum worked up that way. It was just easier, blah 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 blah. And yeah, so I am who I am. I don't really know what else to say, but yes, I'm from East London, and that's that. that's all the questions. If you have any others, then please leave them down below. I'm going to go, and I hope you all enjoy your day. This will probably go up tomorrow, which is Thursday the 19th. Yes. So thank you for watching, and I shall speak to you all in the next video. Bye!